How do people actually walk away from God? Because most people don't just wake up one day and say, I'm done with God. It's slower than that, quieter than that, and honestly, way more dangerous than that. Hi, thanks for watching. My name's Pastor Joel, and if this is the first time checking out something from the bridge, I'm glad that you're here. This ministry is designed to produce authentic, real disciples of Jesus. If you get anything useful out of this video, I just want to ask if you would be so kind as to consider liking, sharing, subscribing, all the classic YouTube stuff, but also check out the full sermon on this topic that we're talking about today in the Epistle of Jude. So let's get into it. So we've got a big problem, something about drift or falling away, or as the book of Jude would call it, apostates. Drift doesn't feel like rebellion at first. It feels like, this isn't a big deal. God will understand. I don't need to take that seriously. And little by little, what used to convict you just doesn't anymore. What used to matter starts fading. And before long, you're not where you used to be with God, but you can't even pinpoint when it changed. So here's the tension. Here's what's scary. Scripture actually warns that this would happen, not just out in the world, but inside the church. That there would be voices that sound spiritual, that use the right language, but slowly distort what is true. Not all at once, just enough to make compromise feel normal. So here's the truth. That's why we're told to contend for the faith. We see this in the book of Jude. It's not passive. We are active participants in our walk of faith, not casually holding on to it, not assuming that it will just stay intact. We fight to hold on to what is true. Because here's this, truth doesn't drift. You do. I do. This is a human problem, not a truth problem. And when truth starts to get redefined, like we're seeing happening all around us, we see things like sin becoming called freedom, or grace becomes redefined as an excuse, or obedience becomes optional. That's not growth. That's deception. And here's the key. The issue isn't just what people believe. It's what those beliefs produce. This is why it matters so much, because eventually what you believe about God shapes how you live before God. So when truth gets twisted, lives follow. So how do we stay grounded? Number one, know the truth for yourself. Not secondhand, not just on Sundays. Don't be a Christian in name alone. Get in the Word, draw closer to God, and have discernment. Prefer His ways over your own. Now get this. Number two, pay attention to drift early. The moment something feels off, don't ignore it. And then three, take your walk with God seriously. Not casually, not conveniently. Because no one accidentally stays close to God. A ship without an anchor is still going to drift, even if you're sleeping. Don't ignore the drift. I want to give you an invitation. If you're honest, maybe you felt that drift. Things aren't where they used to be. You're not as sensitive to the presence of God. You're not as hungry, not as close. Or maybe you've never given God a chance and maybe you don't know Him at all. I want you to hear this. You don't fix drift by trying harder. You fix it by coming back, by coming to God. Truth has not moved. God has not moved. So if something feels off, it's an invitation to return to God, not a sign that it's too late. And if you want to go deeper into this, and I recommend that you do, I would love it if you would go in and take a look at our sermon and see what the scriptures say about this step by step. Check out that message on the Epistle of Jude. But don't just listen. Hold fast to the truth and live like it matters, because it does.